I was talking to some guy. I don't know if I met him on Seeking or where I met him, but he was trying to tell me that he was very well endowed. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm happy for you. That's wonderful. Next thing I know, I get an unsolicited dick pic of him sucking his own penis.
Wow.
That takes some talent right there.
Yeah. Flexibility.
So he wasn't lying. He was very well endowed, but also flexible.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad. And Lily.
Sugarpalooza.
Well, yeah, but the shocking stories
Sugarpalooza is going to be shocking.
of sugar dating.
I'm already shocked at some of the conversations.
So now we've officially changed it to Sugarpalooza.
Yep.
I like it.
Sugarpalooza
Matter of fact,
4.
I even have a bracelet on that says Sugarpalooza 4 because this is our 4th party.
Thanks to the Blue-Eyed Princess.
Yes, that was very nice. We've got a packed house. I'm going to introduce everybody soon, but Lily has been present at every Sugarpalooza. We figured that out. The first one was
Dua Lipa?
my crush, Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Yes, we rented a suite there, and that's when I brought all these sugar babies into one suite to see what would happen. And it was beautiful. It was
fun.
amazing and
Genius.
Yeah. And then the second one was
Taylor Swift?
Oh yeah, how fun was that? Now we had a smaller group there because that was kind of a last minute thing. We didn't invite listeners of the show, but we invited some local people that we'd met through sugar dating. And Lily brought Trucker, and that was a step off the ledge right there.
He had the time of his life.
And after he had the time of his life, there was no way we're getting rid of him because we're still talking about that debacle. Well, it wasn't a debacle. It was just a lot of overserved patrons. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
And
there was some intoxication.
A lot of glassy-eyed photos after the show.
A couple of people may or may not have left looking pregnant.
Yeah, because they were smuggling full bottles of alcohol out of the suite that we didn't even
under
get to.
our cocktail dresses.
All right.
We're like, we paid for them, we're taking them.
Yep. And then Sugarpalooza 3
was Pitbull and Enrique Iglesias
and Ricky Martin. And we had 30 people there, and it was such a great time.
So fun.
So fun. So now Sugarpalooza 4 is happening this week. Of course, this episode will come out just a couple weeks after. Look for lots of interviews, sound bites from that. We're taking our podcasting equipment on the road. Actually, we're taking it to my house, hopefully to get a lot of good interviews from our guests coming in from all over the world. Australia's flying in today. I got to pick her up after we record. And then we got Canada. We've got Brazil. We got 2 girls coming from Brazil. Well, actually, they live here now, but they're fresh off the boat.
That counts.
I don't think they came on a boat.
You think they flew in the modern way, not the old-fashioned way? Anyway.
Maybe they swam.
Yeah. Well, let's plug our Patreon real quick and get to the show because we got, like I said, we got a full house. Hey, if you guys haven't joined our Patreon, all of these people that are coming to our party are members of our Patreon, and it's so fun. And you know, it costs absolutely nothing to be a member of our Patreon. It's free. You can't beat the deal like that. It's free. And I have actually been putting out content for those free members. Now, it's not as juicy and behind the scenes and all the sneak peeks of the episodes and extra sugars that the tier members get. You want to advance the membership because then it opens up the entire site. And then we have some coaching and profile review options. I had a girl message me yesterday and she says, hey, I'm brand new in sugar dating. I would love a profile review. Well, first thing you got to do is join Patreon. She wasn't a member of our Patreon because we're really busy.
Oh, yes.
I would love to just do them for anybody, but I'm a busy guy. Lily's very busy. So you have to join Patreon, and then we have an option there for profile reviews and coaching, and then we'll get to you. We would really appreciate it. It would support the show, help support these parties, and then hopefully you can join us because this one's going to be a banger.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, let's get to our guest. We have
Not one,
Where do we start?
not two,
We're a motley crew.
but three stellar guests
All right, so
today.
you guys have now heard Bad Brad chime in a few times. Welcome back to Phoenix in July. What are we thinking?
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm glad I'm only here for the weekend.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've got the suite again this time, but it's a different one. It doesn't have the outdoor area.
Oh, we don't need the outdoor area.
I was kind
right?
of upset by that when I first booked it, and I was
Yeah.
like, who's got this? Hootie? I don't know. But this other suite that we have now, less of an outdoor space, but bigger inside.
Well, you know what? Actually, the nights are pleasant. We were out last night. I've done walks through the neighborhood at night. When the sun goes down, it's not so bad. I've actually gone into a driving range, hit golf balls.
No.
In 111 degree weather. It's not as bad as it sounds.
Right. Especially you guys
Yeah.
don't have as much
But
humidity here.
111 when the sun's shining.
Yeah.
That's a bitch. Yeah. You don't want to do that for too long.
Yeah, so I was at Sugarpalooza 3, and
Yeah.
had last time I think I was the last person to sign up. I hemmed and hawed, and I think
Yeah, you were.
You had like episode after episode where it was like one spot left,
Yeah.
one spot left, and after about the third one spot left episode, I was like, all right, I just got to bite the bullet and do it, and had such a great time that obviously I was probably the first or second one to sign up for this time around.
You're like, let me know. I'm in.
Check
I
the
think
calendar.
you were the first one.
I was
maybe.
up there. It's do I have a meeting? No, I'm good to go then. So.
Right. Well,
Yeah, you were even challenging the other sugar daddies to pay for flights.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
which has worked out. All right, so speaking of being last minute, I've got like 3 guys messaging me. They're like, "Oh, I just found out about this part. Like yesterday.
Wow.
I just found out. Tell me about it. So, and what's the cost?"
Right.
So I told them about it and the cost. And I mean, it's very reasonable, but it's not free.
Right.
And I'm spending like 40 grand on this party.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this thing got out of control real fast. I had a hard time saying no to all these applicants. I'm just like, you're in. It's like, was over. You got a car. You got a car.
You're going to need to add to the Patreon group massively to support
so
that.
I actually had to pull money out of the Patreon group that I was going to use for studio time and to pay Lily because I still owe her a little bit of money. She's shaking her head. Yes, I know. I got your bill. I'll get it. I was in Vegas spending your money, so I'm back at home working.
What were you doing in Vegas? Okay, never mind.
Well, anyway, so these guys are on the fence, and then they're like, "Okay, I'll get back to you," and then they don't get back to me. I'm like, "Dude, you're missing out."
Right. Absolutely. When I came, again, I hemmed and hawed and wasn't sure. And then, just bit the bullet, came on out. And, I'm still friends with some of the people from the last party. We still talk
And you're
and
gonna
text. And
make a lot of new friends,
Exactly.
and new contacts.
I'm going to, all these international people, I'm going to go to Australia and Colombia and Brazil, apparently.
Oh man. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. I mean, we record on Thursday, so most everybody's flying in tomorrow and then on Friday. But we had a few people enter early, and they're in our studio. We're going to get to them. Anything else you looking forward to this weekend? I mean, you kind of know how it goes. It's going to be.
It's an amazing time. I mean, it's funny. Last time, no one comes for. I mean, the concert was great, but it's like you're not really there.
I know some people are like, I don't know Hootie and Blowfish.
Right,
I don't know if I
right.
want to come.
Yeah, you're like, that's not why you come. You don't.
I know.
You're not coming to see
They're
Hootie.
the sideshow.
They are the sideshow. Absolutely.
I have a question for Bad Brad.
Oh yes.
So we did the meet and greet pre-party at your suite last time.
Yes.
Did we leave your suite trash?
Absolutely.
It was so
no
trash.
doubt about
I
it.
left early, so I had no idea.
Beyond trashed. I mean,
God.
we had someone was sleeping in my bed for a little while. That,
Yeah, we know who
Somebody
it
was puking in your
Somebody was
toilet.
puking in my toilet. Somebody was in my bed. Took me probably 2 hours the next day just picking up bottles and stuff. That's
Oh,
okay.
God.
I
At
don't
least
mind. I'm
nobody-
back. How much fun was that?
Yeah.
The alcohol bill, on the other hand, that was which is nice that we've brought some alcohol to this party.
We have
because
2 suitcases full of alcohol right here. It's
yeah.
Bad Brad's luggage for his hotel.
we went through a lot of $400 bottles that were in the room.
Oh, dear God. Hide those somewhere.
Yeah, no,
We don't want to do that again.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
I'm just glad nobody fell off the balcony.
Oh, absolutely.
That would have been disastrous.
That would have been a story.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. We've got one of our sugar babies who seems to be the shroom master has she has been messaging the entire group going, okay, I'm bringing shrooms and a scale. And I'm like,
And a chart of dosages. And I'm just like,
and like,
what is happening?
one of the
That's
dosages
helpful.
is basically out of body experience or something. I don't even know. I'm just like, okay, yeah, just give me that fucking dose.
I don't want to watch anybody's face melt off.
Right?
I don't want to be legally responsible for anything that happens in this suite.
I don't want to be speaking in tongues.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing shrooms. We had some people do some shrooms last year that couldn't even form words halfway through the concert, right, Lily?
Yeah, I'm like, I think she found Jesus and she's speaking in a foreign language.
I think I carried her out of the building. I don't remember if that's the one we're
No,
talking
that's
about.
not the one.
Okay.
Oh, that's a different one.
That's a different one, yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
We're going to just recommend everybody paces
Pace
themselves
yourself, yes.
this year.
Yeah. The best thing was so many people didn't, and Friday was the banger party, and then Saturday everyone was like,
well, that's why, okay, I need to send out a video encouraging everybody to take it easy.
Yeah.
Don't get overserved on Friday. It's easy to
Right.
do because Saturday's a long day.
Saturday's a very long day.
And it's a lot of fun, and you don't want to be
No, you got to pace yourself for sure.
you don't want to be out of it. That's what happened to Kevin and Vivian. They were just kind of like, like Saturday they just wanted to chill after the unbelievable Friday
I
night.
even left
that
the
they had.
concert early.
Yeah, they left, and then they went and smoking doobies in my pool, I guess, something like that.
When are we going to introduce the beautiful women in the room?
All right, Bad Brad, I think it's time, right?
Absolutely.
So, first of all, we have Superfan, the blue-eyed princess in the house.
Hi, everybody.
So this is your second party.
My second party.
You're just like, okay, after the first one, I'm never missing another one in my life.
That's
pretty much.
exactly it. I'm like, my grandfather did. I'm like, I definitely have to be there.
So she's the sweetest. She brought us some bottles of tequila. It was Don Julio last time. And they had inscriptions about our party and the pod. One of them's empty, but there's no way I could throw it away.
Trucker and I drank ours.
Yeah.
But I sent the bottle to Marcus's house because I can't have my children knowing
her
about
children
this
don't.
podcast.
Yeah, her children have no idea. I mean, so
Yeah, I put the logo on it. So
you put our logo. It was
Yeah.
so sweet. And then this year, he made some shirts and everything and some shot glasses last year. And I've got some people I was supposed to send those shirts to, but they're actually coming to the party. So I'm just going to give them to them at the party who've requested some of the merch from last year.
The blue-eyed princess is very artsy craftsy.
Yeah. And then this year, I'm wearing the bracelet. Matter of fact, I put a picture of this on our Patreon, and it says Sugarpalooza 4. And then on the other side, it's got Hootie and then the date. How cool is that?
Yes, we should have done that last year.
Super
We
cool.
would've had
And then I paired it
at
with
least
my
two.
other bracelet I never take off called Show Up.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of the most important things in life is just show up.
Come on, you sugar daddies. Show up to Sugarpalooza 4.
whatever you
That's
do.
right. No backing out.
Yeah.
You're missing out.
So anyway, Blue Eyed Princess, anything that you're looking forward to this weekend? What's your expectations?
Oh, everything. As Brad said, the last party, I'm still friends with a ton of those people.
Haven't some people come to visit you?
Yeah, they've come to New York to hang out and see me. And
Yeah.
I think even some are actually coming out again in the summer. So
Isn't that cool?
And you're right, Friday was definitely the party. Brad Sweet was ridiculously beautiful.
I'm still cleaning up. when the W saw me coming this year, they're like, get out.
But one thing was better than the next. Like Friday night was great, and then Saturday afternoon was great, and then Saturday night was amazing,
Yeah.
and then even Sunday morning we went
Yeah.
back for brunch and photos and hung by the pool, and it was great.
So we've got so many people and so many requests this time. It's going to be a little bit of a scheduling nightmare of trying to get everything done that we want to get done this weekend. But hopefully it'll go smoothly and people enjoy it. I know one of our sugar daddies is a photographer. He's very good. But I don't think he knows what he's in for with all these girls because they're all wanting photo shoots.
Yeah.
And,
They've heard the legend.
and it's hot outside.
Yeah.
You don't want to be outside
good
for a
point.
long time.
That's very
So
good.
I don't know. You may have to do some indoor
Do
stuff.
them in the pool.
Well,
I'll
I
offer
was
my.
going to say.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
he's still outside.
I'll offer up my suite. I mean, I'll sacrifice for the good of the cause.
I got in trouble last year with the photo shoots.
Yeah, you did. You
We-
were in the dog
We
house.
talked about this for a while, but everybody's like, what's wrong with Marcus and Alejandra? They don't seem like they're getting along at this party. No, she was pretty pissed at me the whole time. Just because I'm observing the naked photo shoots that are going on in my pool.
Right.
He basically was climbing out the window trying to get an eyeful.
She said I was staring way too long. I mean,
We're just making sure the lighting was right.
You're like
That's
the
all.
spotter.
you know, I was just making sure he was doing the poses correctly. I used to be a professional photographer,
right.
no lie. We had the biggest studio in Central Texas, and then my mom actually was the president of the entire state of Texas Professional Photographers Association. Well, she'd earned numerous awards. Her photos were in the collection that went on tour nationwide many times.
Amazing.
See? So I have a pedigree.
Were there
That's
any pictures of her handsome boy?
Oh, lots of pictures. I was. she used me as a like
Test dummy.
Test dummy, exactly right. So anyway, welcome back, Blue Eyed Princess.
Thank you. Glad to
Yeah,
be here. Excited.
glad to see you. Always, you're a super fan, and we love super fans.
She's my slave for the day. She and someone soon to be named that you guys have heard
All right.
from before are
So,
helping me. Thank God.
I am very, very excited. This person is here. I don't know why. When she signed up, I was no disrespect to anybody else, but she recorded with me my all-time record-setting episode, and it's still one of my favorites to this day. So welcome Amanda from the Dichotomy Diaries podcast.
Hello. It's good to be back.
It is so good. You were sitting, where were you, in this chair? I don't remember. You were in this chair right here. Yeah, you were in this
Yeah,
chair.
I was over there.
Yeah, and we recorded a banger. I listened to that thing. I probably listened to that thing 30 times, and it just, every time I would catch something a little different. And I'm telling you, I got so many comments on your episode. And the headline that I just chose was, how could you not listen to it? What number was that? Do you remember? I should have looked that up before we came. Can you guys look that up?
Number it is, but I know the headline was fantastic. You did a great job.
Yeah. So you've got your own podcast. How is that going?
Unbelievably well. It's evolved like crazy. We're still actually in season 1, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, it's like episode 33, 34.
Yeah, I've got to catch up. I think last one I listened to was like 21 or 22, somewhere in there.
I actually quit my job.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I wanted to give it everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're just saying like the show up thing, like it's half the work. Like I didn't feel like I was showing up all the way. Yeah. And so I quit. And then when I was doing it 100%, I'm like, you know what? We need to do video. Like we need to be.
Yeah, video
on.
is a big advantage.
It's difficult though, because now you're like, I don't just have to edit audio. Now I have to edit video and has to line up. There's just so many things that come into play that make it significantly harder and longer.
All right, Lily, what number was it?
Episode 136.
And what did we name it?
Her Mormon husband turned out to be a sugar baby.
Right.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Crazy. So,
that douchebag.
so you're doing video now, and that's a whole other level.
It really is. And it's like, I didn't learn any of this. I just learning as I go. It's cool to see the evolution of the podcast and then just the evolution of the quality. Just the whole process has been awesome.
So what made you want to come to our party?
I think you guys are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Miss Blue-Eyed Princess over here, she reached out and she's just been such.
You know, she's
doll.
been a double agent because she's a super fan of your show too.
I know she's been helping me with marketing stuff. I'm like, this is crazy because I like. There's only one of me, and marketing, I like it, but yeah, I gotta edit
Yeah.
all the time.
I know. I make Lily do that now because it was consuming way too much of my
It's so
time.
tedious, but I want it to sound perfect. So
Same.
I do the work.
And then she sent me an episode the other day, and I'm like, Lily, something's wrong with this. And she's like, fuck, I got to start all over.
That's
and she
the
had
worst
to do
part.
it
It's so
all
weird.
over.
I was like, were you sick that day? Because it sounds like
You have asthma or something.
Like you had asthma or bronchitis. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then he listened to it and he's like, yeah, that episode's all fucked up. I may or may not have been on my pain meds.
I think you were. Let's
Maybe-
just blame it on
And
that.
maybe you put a filter on it. Like,
I
you know,
did something
Yeah.
by accident and it was,
Did you?
I couldn't undo it. I had to start entirely over.
the worst feeling.
Did you
of all
accidentally get
time.
into the shrooms, maybe?
No, I don't do shrooms. I'm terrified of shrooms.
Same.
I hear you.
Terrified.
I did them at the Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah.
But I also ate like a manchi, and then I drank, so I don't know what I was feeling that one. I really don't. It was people say, "Hey, what did the shrooms feel like?" I don't know. I was just, but I do remember everything of that concert. I mean,
Blue Eyed Princess, have you done shrooms?
I have done shrooms, microdose.
yeah.
And did you see people's faces melt off?
A little bit, yeah. They sneak up on you. Like you think you're good. And then all of a sudden you're not good.
Really?
No.
Did you try to fly?
No,
Okay.
no. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't want anybody trying to take off from my balcony
Right.
this weekend, please.
So here you are, Amanda,
Yes, I'm here.
at our Sugar Palooza 4.
Yes.
What are your expectations this weekend from what you've heard?
I don't know. I'm just excited to be here. I have never attended anything like this. I mean, I was part of the lifestyle for a long time, but never collectively. So I think it's really interesting to see the different walks of life and the different types of people that partake.
Yeah. So
Okay.
remind us, because it's been a while. You had a sugar day. You met up in the Chicago area, right?
Yep.
And then he brought you down to Scottsdale.
Indeed.
And that's kind of how you got introduced to the lifestyle.
Yeah, we were thinking about this today in the car. We were talking, I think it was like 22. Mm-hmm. What did we say the age gap was?
I think you said the age gap was like in the 20s, 20.
Yeah, it was like late 20s. He's like 2 years younger than my father, which did not go over well at the beginning. But now they're like best friends and they smoke cigars and like he'll come over for Christmas sometimes. It's a really great relationship. And I had like this moment in therapy this week. I actually think it was the best relationship that I've ever had. And I've been married twice. So
Yeah.
it's good. And when I talk about him, I smile because we're still friends.
So what's your status now with anybody?
With anybody? Oh, I'm single.
Single and ready to mingle?
Single
Are you
for
at
the
that point
summer.
where you've kind of trust people now enough, or are you still really hesitant about all the bullshit that guys throw at you?
I think I still probably trusted people before when we did that episode. I just felt like I had to say, no, I'm not dating. Now it's like, I don't have enough fucking time.
Yeah. It's
Honestly, like just the way that I want to date, I'm like all in, like, let's go hard. I don't have time for that. And then I feel rude if I can't give someone like the attention that they want. So I'm just, let's get through season 1.
right.
And
So
then
you're
we can talk about it.
Yeah, your podcast and the video and the audio and all this is consuming so much time. So you're not on any dating sites?
I'm on Bumble and I'm on Hinge because I use it as like marketing. Like
Yeah.
it's a great
and that's where
funnel.
I found you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people get really mad about that. They're like, you're such a shyster. How could you be doing? I'm like, I don't care. I'm not on there. Report me if you want. There's not like link in bio, like nothing like that. It's just
I'm
like,
on there for the same reason.
all it says is, I'm never on here. If you aren't patient, come find me. I think that that's actually a lot nicer than some people's that I've seen. So
Yeah.
I'm on there to remind myself to go back to seeking and secret benefits.
yeah, it does do that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, never mind. No, swipe.
Okay.
I'll just go back to.
Speaking of Sugar Palooza 4, our girl Alejandra, and I feel like I'm giving news breaking information, but she and Marcus have sort of opened their relationship.
We have.
Whoa.
And she went on
That's shocking.
She went on a meet and greet / date the other day, and she was telling the guy about the party. And he's like, whoa, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
So this is a good story.
He's
yeah.
all, you belong to a sugar cult?
That's so
She
funny.
goes, well, I would describe it more as a community, not a
Yeah.
cult. But I just thought that was hilarious.
That's crazy.
Wait, I thought you were going to say where she was showing him the roster,
Yeah, same guy.
yeah, of who was coming. He's like, oh, I've met that one. She has a big personality. And that one I've gone out with, she's very upset with me right now. And so he's like, so I don't think I can attend
And
my goodness.
he also said,
because he was local.
and that one, she's the writer, right?
Oh, he pointed at you.
Yeah, and Alejandra's like, the writer? And she goes, oh, she's not writing a book. She is collecting stories, but just for the podcast.
Right.
But he thought I must be writing a book when I said I was collecting sugar dating stories.
Yeah.
That was funny.
The sugar dating world can be kind of small.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even if you're in a large city like Chicago and
Yeah.
like Amanda is,
Yeah.
or, Phoenix, we're like the 5th largest city in America, but
It's a secret club. It really is. And you were asking her earlier what the party's like, and I'm like, it's really just a giant meet and greet, which is so cool because you really can't do this in your own city or things like that. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like a meet and greet, but with no expectations. Right. I mean, it's not like people are there trying to hook up.
Right.
Do they hook up? Some do.
Maybe.
But it's
could happen. Might happen.
But it's not. There's hardly any time for that.
No. Well, that's true.
So it's funny because the owner of the studio, he's like, when's your next, what he calls it, the sex palooza, right?
No, he calls it
the swinger
palooza.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Brian Howie,
And we're like,
you're so uninformed.
I can't wait till the day he comes. We got to get him.
he said he wanted to come to this party. He asked me for the roster.
Brian, we're waiting on you.
I know, right? Said I'd try out studio time.
Oh, even
have
better.
him come. Yeah, but we didn't hear
Bartering
back from him,
system.
so-
I like it.
Yeah. Because he does that podcast called The Great Love Debate. So he's been in the dating world podcast area for so long. I mean, that's how he built what he's built today.
We've been on
Talking
his
about
show,
that. Yeah.
but has he ever been on our show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't there that day.
Yeah, it was before you came
It was
into being.
BL before Lily.
That was right. We got AL and BL. Yeah, Lily's been here. We figured it out. She's been here longer than anybody now. It's just kind of time keeps on ticking.
Right.
And here she is. And here she is, the Queen Den Mother. Is that what you call her?
She's the den mother. Yeah.
The Den
I have
Mother?
so many nicknames.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
She's got to, gather us all up and keep us in line and keep people from jumping off balconies and things of that nature and bringing the alcohol.
Well, it's a full-time job planning these parties, isn't it, Lily?
Oh, good Lord.
Especially when Marcus keeps adding to the roster.
Especially when I just had surgery and I'm on painkillers. I'm like, oh, dear God, somebody better double check my work.
Speaking of Alejandra and me being open, and she knows about this, I met 2 girls in Vegas. One of them I've been seeing for a few years.
Okay.
And then the other one was new. And matter of fact, I'm not happy about it, but she's dating an Eagles football player. I don't like the Eagles because I'm a Cowboys fan.
Right.
So I'm like, you can date football players, just not an Eagles
Right.
football player, right?
Commanders would be totally fine. The Cardinals.
Yeah. But anyway, they've had the same surgery that Lily had. And I'm telling you what, they can rock a dress like nobody's business now, and they look fantastic. So
I'm waiting for the day that all the swelling has gone down and I can rock it.
I tell you what, I went over to eat dinner last night with Lily and Trucker, and Alejandra was there. And I'm just looking at Lily just going, wow, you look so fucking good. She got her tan going on.
Sure
She's
does.
high and tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
All ready for the party.
Extra
in my
skin is gone.
No bra era.
Yeah.
That's the best era.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm loving
for
it.
sure.
So here she's at 54. She's going to be able to rock those outfits.
Yeah, she is.
It'll be worth it in the end, I think.
I sure hope so because poor trucker footed the bill for that. So
Yeah.
I hope he gets his money's worth.
Right? Yeah. So, Bad Bread, are you doing any active dating right now? What's going on?
Yeah,
Tell us what.
I mean, nothing serious. I'm single for the summer.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be, right? So
Are you still traveling a lot?
yeah, I do, and that makes it very challenging, and that's part of why I stay on the site. It's just when you're on the go and you've got your business going on and all those kinds of things, and you're not even in the city all the time. It's better to just have someone that you can see and they know that you're busy, and it's just gonna, you're gonna see them for that 1 or 2 times a month, and then move on to, they're gonna go do their thing and you're gonna go do your thing. So so I've got a few of those back home.
So do you just change your location to where you're traveling?
Yeah, I do. And great point, because I've discovered Scottsdale/Phoenix is the epicenter of the sugar lifestyle.
You think so?
Oh, I know so because I
Definitely.
invited him to go to dinner with us tonight, and he's like, "Oh, I graciously cannot accept your invitation." So I bet he's going to be on a sugar date tonight.
That's
Is your inbox overflowing?
It is, and that's
Yeah.
what's crazy. And where
You're fresh meat.
I'm just outside of Nash Vegas, as we call it.
Yeah.
Nash
and,
Vegas.
and so it's a good sized city. I don't know why, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm just fresh meat. But the inbox is blowing up, and if I moved here, I'd be broke in a year. That's what I figured out.
Don't get scammed, sir.
Right.
We've got a lot of scammers.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, they're so easy to spot, though. And I get people messaging me, sugar daddies messaging me going, hey, what do you think about this profile? Is this a scam? And I'm reading it, I'm like, are you fucking an idiot, dude?
Right.
Okay, she created it this morning. All of her pictures are Asian, and they're in foreign countries.
Right.
And her English, it looks like it's Chat GPT. There's absolutely nothing to show that she's local.
Yeah.
And then she says she's in Apache Junction, Arizona. I mean,
Of all
And
godforsaken places.
She's a Brazilian 10.
Nobody-
she's a model, right?
Nobody would even, if they did live there, would say that they lived there.
I know, right?
You know
I'm
what
just saying.
You know what I'll
Yeah.
check
Right.
sometimes? One of my little tests, I'll look at the gift registry just to see if they filled it out.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times, I mean, not
I
all
don't-
do, but it's always one of those little pluses. Like if you check the gift registry and see
really?
if they just have stuff on there. Not that I'm, going to buy any of that stuff, but it's just kind of a nice little like, oh, okay. If they took the time to do that, it's probably more likely it's a real profile.
The flower arrangements that come from there are actually really, really
Yeah,
nice.
Alejandra actually got one, and she gave it to her mother. It was
They're
nice.
like very big. Yeah, just dense. Not
Yeah.
getting like 2 roses. There's like 40 in one that I got.
But I can only imagine what they're charging because everything on there is way overpriced.
Totally.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff on there is very poor quality. I received 2 gifts and they were poor quality.
You would just rather have the cash?
I eliminated my gift registry. I was like, yeah, if you want to gift me something, hit me up. I'll tell you what I need and what I want.
There you
There's
go.
also lingerie and lots of sex toys things on there. So you can always be like, oh, well, okay.
Well,
She's
and-
my kind of girl.
I got lingerie from a sugar daddy.
Oh, wow.
But the spaghetti strap was broken when I received it. I'm like, really?
It's like Shein quality.
I
Right.
bet he paid at least $100 for that, and it was crap.
Right.
I see those Shein ads come across my Instagram stuff, and they look hot, but it's
Right.
really poor quality.
Some of the stuff, I think it's hit or miss because
Yeah.
there's like influencers that are like, no, you need to go buy this. Look how good it looks. And that's
Yeah,
their whole
I see that.
shtick, you know? But some of it is like, I don't know, you get a t-shirt or there's something like couches on there and it shows up. It's like a doll couch, you know, like that's hilarious, but also not.
What
fun.
about Fashion Nova? Is that still a thing? I know I bought a girl a bunch of stuff off Fashion Nova.
I like Fashion Nova Luxe.
Lux.
Yeah, it's like the black tie version of it. They have some really, really cute dresses. But I'm also like extra and I like print and all the, mob wife shit. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
What is mob wife shit?
I
gotta know.
Is
I
it
don't
coming
know.
to the party?
I would say, I definitely have a lot of print with me and bright colors and gold jewelry. That's part of it.
So
But,
like kind of loud and flashy.
yeah, like Carmela Soprano, Karen from the Goodfellas movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Not Sharon Stone because that woman is the devil, but her outfits are
Sharon Stone. Yeah.
Sharon Stone in Casino is this like the worst woman of all time. But she does have some cute outfits. But yeah, that's kind of, they have loud stuff there. I don't know. I feel like you like muted stuff. You like to be over the top. I kind of just go with whatever feels good that day.
I just like sparkly stuff.
Yeah.
So years ago, I had a girl. I really liked her. She was struggling. I could tell with a lot of things, but I liked her. I wanted to do something for her that nobody had done probably in a long time or ever. Valentine's Day was coming up. She goes, I have a cart or whatever on Fashion Nova.
Yeah.
I've picked out some things. I'd really like just a couple outfits or something. I ended up buying the whole cart. Yeah, the whole cart.
Right.
When it came, she was so shocked. She's like, "You got everything in there?" It was only like $400 or $500. It wasn't that much, but there was so much stuff.
It's a great first impression.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just, and I made her try it all on and out, and then model it for me and see if some stuff didn't fit. And I ended up having to just give it to charity or whatever. It was so fun just seeing her light up and then just trying on all these new clothes. I enjoyed that part. I really, really enjoyed the gift part.
Yeah.
Just giving somebody an opportunity that they just didn't have because she didn't live at home anymore. And she was just basically bumming a place at her friends until she could get on her feet. And it was cool.
I don't do the online gifts typically, but I'll definitely do a lot of stuff in person. Like I like gift cards and things like that, or just knowing when they need something and providing it for them. If they
Have
need
you ever taken a sugar baby shopping for like a dress or outfit?
Yeah, I've done a little bit of that.
I actually enjoy doing that.
No, it's fun. Absolutely.
Amanda, is for a sugar daddy taking you shopping, or you just do it on your own?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the guy from Chicago that moved here with, he got me first Louis Vuitton and my first Mercedes.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling us.
my first Great Dane, and then I got 2.
Wow.
We did a lot of shopping together.
That's awesome.
It was very cool. I had a lot of, like you were saying, like you remembered that, right? That was the one thing that you remember. She probably remembers it 10 times more.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that I did with my ex, it was always the best thing. The first time I did it, I got to see pandas because, I'm Amanda Panda. And yeah, he's like, well, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to San Diego today? And I was like, they have pandas there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we got to do that. It was cool.
Well, I took Alejandra dress shopping for the Taylor Swift concert, and we were at Dillard's. I mean, we tried a lot of places. I mean, we tried Nordstrom's. They just didn't have anything we liked. They tried some other shops. Finally, we found a bunch of little cute party dresses at Dillard's.
Yeah.
So she's trying them on. She tried on like 5 of them that we finally narrowed it down to. And she comes out. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's so hot. And then she tried on another one. I'm like, wait a minute. Now I'm really confused. I like both of them. And anyway, I ended up buying her like 3 or 4 dresses. I couldn't decide which
Right.
one I liked the best. And here's the crazy thing with girls.
They're crazy.
So I buy her these really cute dresses, and then she's picked up some other really cute dresses, and we've gone out a ton. We'll go out to fine dining. We'll go out with Lily and Trucker. We go a lot of concerts that just us that we go to. She didn't like to wear a dress more than once.
Right.
So she's like, well, people have already seen me in this one. I need a new dress. I'm like, yeah, but Alejandra, nobody at this party has seen you in that dress. She goes, I know, but I wore this one for the blank concert.
You're like, that was 8 months ago.
Guys, we're not that way. I mean, we'll repurpose
right.
it like multiple
100
times,
times, right.
for like 10, 15 years.
It's like your favorite shirt that just keeps coming back, right?
Yeah.
I may or may not have the shirt
So,
with me.
hey,
from
the
last time.
nice thing is, so we went over to Lily's last night, and Lily has a complete wardrobe that Alejandra can fit into. And so she was trying on these beautiful dresses that
Let's
Lily
just
had.
put it this way. When Lily's boobies were high and tight, like a military haircut and perky, I can wear things that I haven't been able to wear since I was probably like in college. So I did some online shopping and I have all these things. And I was like, Alejandra, why go shopping when you could just come shop in my closet?
That's
I
the
have
best.
things with tags on it that are really cute that I won't be wearing till the swelling here goes down a little bit more. And she found a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
I
She looked so pretty.
I was happy about that because the bill was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have to go sit in Dillard's and watch her try on a bunch of stuff and then pay God knows what.
Yeah,
So
you
I
got
like
to
that. I
visit
got
with
it.
Trucker and
Yeah.
eat a burger
Yeah, and Trucker's doing better.
and
Oh, yeah.
tots.
We had an episode a few weeks ago with Kevin and
yeah.
Vivian about him having a stroke, and Trucker had a minor stroke, but he's looks to be 100% back to me.
Yeah, he's doing very well. His biggest side effect was he lost use of his left hand. Not complete use, but he couldn't pick anything up with it of
Yeah.
any weight. But he says he thinks he's back to about 95, 96%
Right.
use of his hand.
Yeah.
So
No.
that was a terrifying experience. And it was the minorest of strokes. So I'm just telling you guys,
Yeah.
learn the signs, learn what to look for. If your person smiles and their smile is crooked, that's a sign. Have them hold their arms straight out in front of them. If one droops, that's a sign. If they're talking kind of garbledy or they're saying things that don't quite make sense or their speech is a little off and they haven't been drinking or shrooming, that's also a sign.
Right.
Look for the signs. Be aware because a lot of us sugar babies are dating these older sugar daddies.
It's such an important topic. It's not sexy, but
Right.
bad Brad, I mean, we're
Right.
getting of age.
Absolutely.
And these things happen.
That was a heavy episode, but it was good to hear. But and just
You knew Kevin
I know Kevin,
before.
yeah.
And Kevin was the life of the party.
Right.
And here he was sitting exactly where you're sitting, and I'm seeing him struggle
right.
to pronounce words
Right.
that we've pronounced all of our life. And
Right.
he's having to think about how to pronounce that word.
And he's so sharp. I mean, you meet
Yeah.
him in person. Obviously, we know what he does for a living, and so he's got just that mental toughness and things that come out of his mouth. What I thought was, we always sugar dating kind of gets a bad rap with that kind of thing, and I thought kind of in a touching moment of how you were taking care of Trucker and Viv was taking care of Kev, and just look at what that is. I mean, she's, running to the hospital to take care of them and helping.
Yeah, this isn't fucking prostitution.
Right, exactly,
Folks. I still get that in my comments on my videos on like YouTube and stuff. They're like, you can call it what you want, but it's still prostitution.
Right.
We're going to
Really?
stand by our man.
I call it Disney Fast Pass.
Yeah, Trucker told me, you can
just moved-
trade me in on a younger model. This is scary. You shouldn't have to deal with this. I'm like, you're my person. I'm not trading you in. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
It's Disney Fast Pass. You get to skip to the front of the line.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all.
When did that happen?
Before my surgery, so probably about
It was in June. It was
6 weeks ago.
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
We were out to dinner with a group of people.
It was somebody that was in for the podcast.
Yeah, Dr. Charles. Yeah, we were out to dinner with Dr. Charles, and that evening we went home, we went to bed. He woke up and said, I am sick, and rushed to the bathroom, and I just hear, I'm like, did you fall? And he doesn't answer me.
Wow.
And I jump out of bed, and he had fallen, and he was out unconscious in the bathroom on the
Really?
floor in a really awkward position. And I was like, can you hear me? Are you okay? Completely unresponsive. I called 911. They were there within like 3 minutes.
So scary.
Well, that's so good.
But by the time I let them in the front door and I went back to check on him, he had come to and he was puking and puking. So he decided it was just food poisoning from the restaurant. And he said, no, send him away. I'm not getting in an ambulance. I think I'm fine. And I mean, we went back to bed, woke up the next morning, and then that's when he realized that was an episode. My left hand is jacked up.
Well, you said left. The same thing happened to my dad. I would say it was probably like 3 or 4 months ago. He felt really sick. He thought that he had the flu or something. And he's a retired fireman paramedic. Also, the guy that doesn't like to go and get physicals. So he's like, oh, I got a fever. I don't feel real good. And then his hand started tingling. And then it went up to his shoulder. And then it was his whole entire left side. And I'm like, okay, peripheral neuropathy. Like, let's talk about, you feel nothing on the other side?
Right.
So we go to the hospital. And I guess there's markers that they can say whether or not, because there's different kinds of strokes. Like you have a
Yes.
TIA and you have the big ones and stuff. They couldn't even find the smallest marker for him. But now he has no feeling in the entire left side of his body. And it's been I think it's like 5-6 months now.
Wow.
And they did the brain scan and all of that.
Yeah. He has aphasia too that got significantly worse. Recalling words, simple words like table. Yeah, it's crazy. But I feel like the most important part is knowing your family history and then like preventative appointments, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
how else are you supposed to prepare for something like that?
Yeah, he needs to get to the root of that.
I keep telling him.
He needs,
Us
I think
men
he needs,
we're stubborn men.
I think he
Yeah.
needs to go to a specialist, at least a neurologist or something, because that has to be brain related.
Totally. He goes to the VA because his wife is a veteran. They have really good doctors at the VA that he goes to. I mean, I think he's on Lyrica or something, like some kind of neuropathy medication, but nothing for like further stroke prevention or I don't know. It's scary.
That is scary.
All right. So the point is see the signs, recognize something. Yeah. If something, you see something weird going on, because all of a sudden out of the blue, it's happened to 2 people very close to me. And it's just,
Right.
and literally just out of the blue.
Yeah.
I mean, we were having dinner with Master John. That's the night, because it was like a Sunday night. And then Dr. Charles came on Thursday, because I had to bring Desiree in to do my,
Co-hosting.
co-hosting
Because I
on-
was in the hospital with my man.
because we did it on a Monday. Yeah, but it was just completely out of the blue. Sunday night we saw him. Dinner was great,
That's crazy.
and then Monday she's like,
Right.
I'm at the hospital.
Yeah.
With Trucker.
Yeah.
He was in there a couple days and
Yeah.
they did all the scans and they found it. It was the tiniest little, like half the size of a pencil eraser in the back of his brain. So they found where it happened. But he's so lucky it was a small one and they put him on some stuff that should help prevent another.
Yeah.
But I asked him yesterday, you ready for the party? And he gave a big smile and he's like, oh yeah, this is going to be crazy.
I remember him last year. He's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, he's such a good guy. It was such a great find. And then, again, after I saw him at Sugarpalooza 2, yeah, I knew we had hooked this guy for the rest.
He actually gave me some money for some of the alcohol last year.
Yeah, I
He's the
know.
only
He's
person.
the most generous guy.
He really
he's
was.
so unbelievable. Yeah.
I don't even know if he drank it. He was just like, they grabbed your bottles. Here you go.
I think he's taking the girls out tonight to Steak 44, which is going to be funny.
That's awesome.
Oh, here's something funny. Let's talk about Alejandra and her online and her
yeah, let's do it.
back on Seeking. So she met a guy on there. I don't know where he's from, but he's very wealthy.
I think California.
Is he?
Yeah.
Anyways, he's got business in Scottsdale. He's got business all over. Very wealthy. He says, "You just tell me when, and I'll fly in, and I can fly in anytime, and I'll be there shortly, and then we'll go out to dinner or whatever." So she ended up planning a dinner for tonight, and then Lily and Trucker go, "Hey, we're going to Steak 44. We're going to take the girls that got in early. You and Alejandra want to join us?" And I said, "Yeah, that'd be great." And then she says, "I've got a date tonight. The guy's flying in from out of state to take me to dinner." And so she goes, "Well, where are you guys going?" We're like, "Steak 44. She goes, "I think that's where he's taking me."
Yeah, he's staying at the Global Ambassador.
Which is right across the street, right?
right.
So this could be very interesting.
Depending on what time they do dinner.
Yeah.
Right.
Do we act like we don't know her? Yeah, of course we do, right?
No, I'm going to waltz right up to her and give her a big hug.
I think it would just be hilarious if,
You can act like you don't know her.
which this would be the first time I've ever run into her on a date.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you all are coming to the party together?
Yeah, oh
or-
yeah. She's made it clear that
Okay.
she will be keeping an eye on me.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, she
All
made
right.
that very clear.
Okay. All right. Interesting. It was going to be part of an awkward conversation. I changed my thing
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Scottsdale, and then when I got here, I saw her profile. I was like, okay, I don't know. But,
Interesting. Yeah. Well, what happened was, and we'll just kind of phase it out here, it started feeling like a marriage.
yeah.
And we got exclusive, and it just kind of started getting mundane. And I just wasn't enjoying the
Right.
whole thing as much. I mean, I love her to death, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And we're like, look, we're not going anywhere.
Right.
But I still feel just this urge and this need and desire just to hang out with other people.
Absolutely.
And just have other interests. And what I'm finding is it actually strengthens ours. And I know
Right.
it's a weird concept and it doesn't, maybe it doesn't make sense to people, but it actually makes me start to miss her and drives me closer to her and appreciate her.
Right.
After I have these shit show
Right.
dates with other people.
Right.
Because, she's so easy to get along with and we match really well.
Simpatico, right?
But if it's just me and her and then we're exclusive, it starts feeling like a marriage to me. And I don't know. I would like to think I'm cut out for marriage. I don't know. I just start
Right.
feeling like got rope tied around me.
You've been living free all this time, and now
I know,
you're getting.
I know.
How long were you guys together? I know you're still together, but how long were you exclusive? Maybe that's the better question.
Let's say it was it was like 6 months,
Okay.
6.5
Yeah,
months.
so I mean,
7
that's
months. Yeah.
Is there any jealousy when you know she's going on a fancy date with another?
So I was
guy?
more jealous before we became exclusive than I am now. We were actually helping her dress for her date for tomorrow.
Yep, she borrowed one of my hot little numbers.
Here I am helping her pick out dresses for her
Go
date
on a
tomorrow.
date, right?
I actually enjoyed it.
Right.
I think before we became exclusive, I was a little bit more jealous because I didn't know where we stood.
Right.
But now that we've communicated well and we've tried the exclusive thing and now we've opened it back up, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I feel so much more free. I've always said you have to love a person in a way that that person who you love feels free. And it wasn't feeling free anymore.
Yeah. No, it totally makes sense. And that's, I think one of your
It's just human nature.
One of your episodes, a couple episodes ago, was about how long. Or maybe it was an extra sugar, but how long is the typical sugar relationship last?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
along those lines. And then, I've had a few long-term ones, but they weren't as, you guys were, practically almost living together at times, or maybe, and mine haven't been like that. It's just been long-term, relationships that we get together and then we go our separate ways. Really,
It's one of those things where I don't want to lose her. I just don't want it to feel like a marriage,
Right.
like an exclusive, committed relationship. Lily, on the other hand, she loves that.
Right.
She feels very comfortable in that position.
This is so weird. I was just driving somewhere to an appointment the other day, and I was just thinking about my life and how happy I am. And I just started crying because I miss my mom so much, and I wish she was here to just see me finally so happy and so comfortable and so just fulfilled. It just broke my heart that my mom's not here to see
Because
me,
you've
that I'm
had
finally so
You made it.
Well,
in
she's had
such a
3
good-
broken marriages.
Yeah.
And she's gone through the heartbreaks and the relationships that didn't work out. And
Right.
you start wondering, is it me?
Right.
Or is it just I'm just not finding the right person?
Right.
But
Yeah.
Trucker's such a great guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolute gold.
When I tried to tell him about that story, I started crying again. I'm like, never mind.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
it's so
I'm
sweet.
just emotional. I'm just so happy with you. And I wish my mom was here to meet you and know you and love you. And yeah, it was a lot. Bad Brad, have you ever been married?
I have been married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
remember
was
that.
for 15.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty close to that anyway.
Yeah, and my marriage was 16 years.
Do you have children?
I do. I have 2. And
Are they grown?
they're teenagers.
Oh, teenagers.
Yeah.
Those are
which,
fun.
You know, one of the funny stories, I don't remember, somebody earlier said you were talking about your kids not wanting to know, you know, like
Yeah,
the
I do
lifestyle.
not want them to know.
Right. Well, so a public service announcement, when you plug your phone in your new vehicle and you were previously listening to the podcast, and then it
goodness.
comes up on the screen, on the big LED screen, and your kid's with you, and you like, put your hands over the thing because it's Secrets of a Sugar Daddy podcast, whatever. Yeah, that happened. So luckily, you know, I think I moved quick enough that he maybe didn't catch all of it, but he definitely gave me a look of, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was an awkward car ride for a little bit there.
I've heard that story more than once. Yeah. Same things happen to some people I know. They're in the car and all of a sudden because it pops
Right.
up now, the
Yeah.
logo and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you listening to?
Right, exactly. It was your voice, your all's voice. You know, and you're like, yeah, that's a finance podcast. Yeah.
I want Blue Eyed Princess to tell her story that she told us at breakfast about a guy that she was talking to. Was he from Seeking? Yeah, he was from Seeking, she said. And how he was just kind of love bombing her and saying he wanted to just focus on one woman. Here, you tell the story because it is a good one.
Okay, so I was at the beach down the shore for Jersey, and I was talking to this guy he was love bombing me and was going on and on about how he just talks to one woman at a time. He likes to concentrate only on one woman, and he wants to only date one woman at a time. And I was like, well, okay, we haven't even met yet though, so maybe we'll meet and see like if we even like each other first. And he was like, no, I like to just focus on one woman. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, I guess, you know, we were going to go out in a couple days. So I said, you know, okay. And it was right before 4th of July. No, what was it? 4th of July? Yeah, 4th of July weekend. I'm on the beach with my girlfriends, and I get a text from him, which was a dick pic with a little party hat on. So obviously he was, you know, going out for a good time.
Right.
But clearly the text was not meant for me. And he immediately realized his error.
Oh, this is great.
And texted me and said, oh, I was making inappropriate jokes with one of my guy friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I said, please
Yeah.
don't insult my intelligence.
Right.
I never said you couldn't talk to anybody else.
Right.
Talk to whoever you want. I haven't even met you yet. And he was like, oh, no. And he
Yeah.
kept the lie up. And I'm like, look, you know, you're the one who asked for this. I'm like, and if you're going to start off like bullshitting me, I'm like, this isn't going to go anywhere. Let's just scrap it here. And my girlfriend who was sitting at the beach with me said, well, I have a guy, actually, a cousin's cousin who is single. Maybe you want to, you know, go out with him instead. And I'm like, okay, I guess I can do that. And it was the next morning because I was leaving to come home from the shore. I've never met this guy before. I talked to him like via text for like 5 minutes maybe. I'm walking in to breakfast and the crown on my tooth falls out.
Oh.
He's already seen me walking in. I'm stuck. I got nothing. So I took out my phone really quick. Like I was looking at a text to see if you could see it. And it was in the back. And I was like, okay, I'm good. So I went in, had breakfast, called it a day. And now I talk to him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
You like him?
Yeah. He's an electrician. He has a good business. So
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
it was fate, I guess.
Yeah.
We love those happy endings.
If any
You
of my
guys
guy
want to know
friends.
something funny? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I've had Snapchat for a very long time, and it was my personal one. Since I've been doing the podcast, more people have been adding it. Recently realized that you can do something on Snapchat that's called Spotlight, where it puts your snap out into the world. And I'm like, here's me, marketing, top of funnel, like sounds great. Oh my gosh, it has turned into the craziest thing. I get like 150 friend requests from people all over the world. But this is the best part. I've kind of changed what I'm posting on there now. So if I accept 100 friend requests, mostly men, there's 10 dick pics.
Oh, God. Guys are.
The content
It's unbelievable.
and the things that these people say, I screenshot them,
Yeah.
screen record them, block the person so, they feel the shame because I'm like, shame. And then post
Microphone
it.
There is nothing I hate worse than an unsolicited dick pic. And also, I'm never going to solicit one either.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it's not cute.
I don't need
Sometimes it's not a selling point.
I don't need to look at your penis.
And if any of the guys are, if any of my friends are sending me dick pics of them, they're no longer my friend. I don't know. That guy was
But what
total
if it has
bullshit.
a party hat?
It does not matter.
I mean,
don't want to see
that
that.
is kind of funny,
I
but
mean-
like the amount of dick pics I could wallpaper my bedroom. It's unbelievable. And the things that they say, but it's really turned into like this. Everybody looks forward to when Amanda checks her Snapchat
Yeah.
and then the most unhinged things possible. And it's driving more like traffic.
Is this what you guys have been sharing in the women's WhatsApp
Yeah,
group? Is it?
actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've
Wait, the
talked
pics?
about it.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about it. You're sharing the
We're-
pics.
Oh, no. We've,
Wait, she said yes.
oh,
No, I mean,
haven't.
you can just go to mine and see. They're all on there. I cover them up with a little eggplant emoji.
A little one?
I don't want to.
All these guys
Because
don't
you
know
don't
their,
need the big one.
all these guys don't know their dicks are famous.
God.
Right? I know.
Do you want to know the grossest one that I ever received? I was talking to some guy. I don't know if I met him on Seeking or where I met him, but he was trying to tell me that he was very well endowed. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm happy for you. That's wonderful. Next thing I know, I get an unsolicited dick pic of him sucking his own penis.
Wow.
That takes some talent right there.
Yeah.
Flexibility.
He wasn't lying. He was very well endowed, but also flexible. That just turned my stomach. It was so gross.
It wasn't
I
his first time.
Immediately blocked him. But I guess, that might be every guy's dream to be able to suck their own dick. I don't know.
I don't know. That really. That's bordering
Right.
on some
It's an
very
AI image.
questionable.
Maybe
No,
it was photoshopped. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
No,
AI.
there's a small percentage of guys that can do that.
Yes.
And if it was larger, it would be a problem. I guarantee.
A lot less people on
Oh,
SA.
where do you put that away when you're
You
trying
know
to
what?
wear
There's
clothing?
there's a video of Dick doing that on the internet.
Ugh,
I know.
I was so disturbed. I'm still not over it.
Oh my
Amanda,
gosh.
please.
You guys. I was cleaning out my Jeep the other day and I don't know, I probably haven't cleaned it in a long time. And I'm going through my glove compartment and I'm like, what the hell is this? And they're like, a bunch of business cards. I'm like, mine? No. So I pick them up and on this side, it's a picture of Dick, like nude, but not showing it, kind of just like modeling, right?
Ever so tasteful.
Yeah, like it's showing like his butt. There's a little arch in his back, And then it says, like probably like Bret Michaels, right? And then it says international sex icon, you guys. And there's a QR code on the back and it says worth it. And I'm like, he was giving these out, telling people he was an international sex icon.
That was your husband,
That
right?
was my husband.
Yeah.
He was giving them to men.
Wow.
Oh, dear
Oh,
God.
boy.
I wish you would. Did you save one?
Oh, I have like 10.
Let's post that
I know, we need to.
on the Patreon. That's funny.
This podcast is taking a turn. All this.
The QR code doesn't even work anymore. Like, how dumb could you be? Like,
All right. Well, we are going to wrap it up with that one.
We're going to end on dick pics.
Anyway, I appreciate you guys coming in. We're excited for this party. This is just the beginning. We're going to get quite a few interviews out of this one, so look for those. And if you guys want to share your crazy sugar dating stories, we would love to hear them. Right, Brad?
Absolutely.
You just go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, or you can send them to me at info@secretsofasugardaddy.com. And again, join our Patreon family. You will love it. We have a great time there, and we're going to be posting all kinds of party pics. They're going to be edited a little bit because we can't out all these people coming to the party unless they give us permission. It's going to be fun. So join the Patreon, and we have it, like it says, free. We have levels as low as $10 a month, and that opens up the entire site. And then if you want some coaching and profile reviews, Lily is a wizard at doing that stuff, and we really appreciate her insight on that.
I'm a wizardess.
Yeah. All right, Blue Eyed Princess, lovely having you in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Amanda, our most downloaded episode ever. Thank you for
I'm
coming
blushing.
in.
It's good to be in.
It was
Thanks
such
for
a good
having
episode.
me.
I still love that one so
I listened to
much.
it over and over again.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that makes me a narcissist, but I'm like, I just love it.
Well, you and me are both, because I do
mean,
too.
Yeah.
And then Bad Brad,
Yes, glad to be back in the
looking
house.
forward to seeing you at the private suite at the W
I'll be there.
for another epic
It's
Friday night mixer.
going to be a blast.
All right, Lily.
Ta-ta for now.
Okay.
I hope we all stay hydrated.
Pace yourself.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.